24 hours from now, myself, Remus Kane, and my friend Robert DeCaro will be heading down to Batley to perform a Friday night showdown at UK Wrestling. Now, the reason we're going down there is because Sid Phoenix is trying to prove that we are not as good as we say we are. I have a feeling he's got many more tag team contenders for us to go up against in our pursuit of the tag team gold that we righteously need. Not deserve, not want, need. Now, Sid, my friend, you can throw whoever you want at us. You can throw the best of the best at us. Or you can maybe get a couple of more flunkies from Genesis and throw them at us in a vain attempt to try and stop us in our tracks. But at the end of the day, nothing that you do will change what the future is going to be. And the future is myself and Robert DeCaro holding those belts and making them mean something again. Because let's face it, you had part-time champions in the Lion Kings, and now you've got this group called the Collective who are holding them. Oh, let's talk about them for a second, because some people were very upset when I called the Collective irrelevant. And to that I say, how are they not? I remember a time when they were truly a collective, because a collective means a group of individuals. More than two. But the last I checked, there are only two people in this so-called collective. Cayman Carlisle and Henry Winters. Sorry, where's the collective in that? Already, that's a strike in your name. You've only got two people. You might as well be called the duo, the pairing, the couple of schmucks, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. You're not a collective anymore. You're not the collective anymore. Because I did my research and I looked on your history, and by God, you have a prestigious history in UK wrestling. I mean, I remember a time when there was truly a collective of you. I remember when people like J-Ro and Mr. Jepson and many others were in your faction. And you were actually a collective that dominated UK wrestling. But now, all you are is Henry Winters, who is only known for one thing and one thing only. Henry is crying as Mustafa Khan beat your ass and you couldn't do anything about it for the Persian heavyweight title. And then there's Cayman Carlisle, who has got to be, for somebody who says this so intelligent, to be the most stupid person I have ever seen. Who in the right mind decides to take on the part-time champions at that time, the Lion Kings, in a 2-on-1 handicap inside a steel cage? And here I thought you were smart. And not just that, but I remember when you had a shot at the UK World Heavyweight Championship, which is currently being held by Mr. Sedgwick. And it was in a steel cage match. And you had the match won. And what did you do? Oh, you were right there on the cage. And you saw Sedgwick in the middle of the ring. And he's no different. He's just as guilty for doing this as you are. But the difference is that he won, didn't he? Because what you did is you were 2 feet from the floor. You climbed back into the cage because you could not let your ego out of your mind to win the match, to become a champion. The only way you can become a champion now is off the coattails of your enforcer, Henry Winter. You're a shadow of what you once were, Cayman. You are not the same Cayman Carlisle that I saw in those tapes and videos. You are pathetic. And it hurts because you are holding championship gold. And championship gold is supposed to represent the best of the best, but clearly you are not the best of the best, either of you. But that won't be the case for long. Because once we've had to demolish whatever hoops Sid Phoenix has thrown at us, we'll be moving on to the two of you next. I don't care how intelligent you say you are, Cayman. I don't care how big you are, Henry Winters. We've already got a track record to prove that we can take the both of you on, smiling away and being successful, and proving once and for all, without a shadow of a doubt from anyone, that the society is meant to be at the top. Because it's not a case of wanting or deserving those titles. We need those titles. UK wrestling needs us to have those titles, and I think you know deep down, you know that you don't deserve those anymore. And that the right thing to do is to give us those titles that you know we need. Now, I'm sure you'll come up with some clever lines, because you're the collective. You don't like people insulting you. You can barely stand the crowd when they insult you. You will come after our makeup. You'll come after our clothing. You'll come after our rookie nature. But that's all you've got. Because whilst you don't know a damn thing about us, we know everything that there is to know about you. And we'll use that to our advantage. Inside the ring, or outside of it. Because unlike Henry Winters, who had to follow the rules when he left poor Cayman alone in the steel cage against the Lion Kings, I thought you were a rule breaker, Henry. We do break your rules. And we're not going to wait, potentially, for you to be in a ring for us to get our hands on you. We can do it outside the ring as well. And we can hunt down those who are closest to you. All to just get inside your head. Or heads. But regardless, roll on Friday and rise the society.